MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 6 of this year's Fall Classic between the Washington Nationals and the Houston Astros. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, obviously, a lot of things still up in the air as we get ready for Game 6. It's time for all the drama of World Series baseball on MLB Network. And we'll have it all for you next.
And now, your 2019 Houston Astros.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. And here's how the Nats line up in this one. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. Time for a look at the Astros on D. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
Here's Howie Kendrick, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Kendrick waiting, now the pitch. Line to the right side. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Take a look at this right here. He didn't get jumpy and try and pull it down the left field line. Stayed in there, fought hard, and grinded out a nice knock the other way.
The 1-1 home. Hit high and deep out to left field. Brentwood's on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1.
Batting third, the left fielder, Gerardo Parra.
So a runner at first with 1 man gone, and that'll bring up a multiple Gold Glover, the left-handed hitting Gerardo Parra. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. 2-1.
1 strike.
Kendrick, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Three balls and a strike to the Nationals left fielder.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around them?
The 3-1. And that misses ball 4. So it's first and second now with only 1 away.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Ryan.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Fastball just inside. The 2-1 home. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 3, Michael A. Taylor.
Coming to the plate now, Michael Taylor. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's a good time to work in something off speed if you're confident in it. Most hitters are looking for fastball.
Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Yeah, Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the game, I think. Consistent, well-respected, accurate strike zone.
D-Bro, you hit it right there. He makes you bring the ball over the plate. Will give a little bit off the strike zone. I think the one thing that's important that he does.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Nats leave a pair. And now the Astros will go to work for the first time. No score. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, you really have to appreciate what Jose Altuve brings to this team. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
Steven Strasburg, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
Steven Strasburg has been good since he put on a uniform. The pride and joy of San Diego State University. The closest thing we've seen to Nolan Ryan. Mid to upper 90s fastball. Great changeup, great curveball, and great slider. Very, very rarely do you see a guy have a 4-pitch mix that's as good as Steven Strasburg's.
So here's how the Washington Nationals are positioned defensively. And let's take a look at Trey Turner up the chute. This is a guy that when asked to go to center field not too long ago, looked like that was going to be the spot for him. Now he's asked to move to the middle infield, back to his position at North Carolina State, and he can pick and grin, and he has got some of the quickest feet in the game.
Now the 2-1. Strike 2 swinging.
Hey, I think this is going to be the key to his success out on the mound. That good movement on that 2-seam fastball is going to keep that ball in the yard and keep this offense on its toes.
The 2-2. And he fouls this one off.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
And another foul ball. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. He did well to get a piece that time, and it'll stay 2-2. Here's another 2-2. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
What an amazing AB right here, and what a message it sends to your entire lineup. This guy knows out on the mound he's going to have to battle today.
Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
So one away here with the bases empty, and that brings in the left-handed hitting outfielder Michael Brantley. The 1-1 home. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Looking for back-to-back Ks to start the game. And a good strike 2 pitch there as he has to fight to push it foul to the left, so they'll try it again. Pulled toward right center field. Taylor arranged to his left and put it away. 2 down.
Batting third, the first baseman, Ulieski Gurriel.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and digging in to bat next, the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel. Called a strike, and it's full 3-2. Strasburg comes set. Here's his offering. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Eaton is after it. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Digging in now, Brian Dozier. He'll be the one to greet Justin Verlander to start the inning. The 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Well, that's what's difficult about pitching. You have a guy that's up there swinging. The pitch before this takes a big swing and almost falls down, and then he shortens it up and hits a base hit right on the next pitch.
Yeah, Dan, that's what we call the old bait and switch right there. Try to go deep, count leverage, get to 2 strikes, shorten up, and do your job.
In now, Adam Eaton. 1-2 now to Adam Eaton.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Fouled away. Line toward the gap in left center, and that's in there. Base hit.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board right here.
Turner.
Into the box, Trey Turner. Lifted in the air to center. Marisnik is under it. Makes the play. 1 away.
Batting 9, the designated hitter, Asdrubal Cabrera.
Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone. Here now the 2-2. Popped him up. Gurriel is over now, and he's got it for out number 2.
Up next for Washington, the third baseman, Howie Kendrick.
At the plate, Howie Kendrick. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. The set and the 3-1 pitch. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Fouled off. No score here as we play inning number 2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Nats leave a pair. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Reddick is retired, and there's one away.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt, and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Now at the plate, Jose Altuve. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Ball.
3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
There's Jake Marisnick. He'll get his shot next. He loses him on ball 4.
Batting 6, the center fielder, Jake.
Here's Jake Marisnick. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Altuve stands at first with 1 out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
A veteran hitter certainly knows when he's got wheels on first base, he's probably getting a fastball and he's probably getting it middle away. Might be a great time to get super aggressive.
Runners off for second. Pitch outside the throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
You know, I like the aggressiveness there. They haven't cracked the scoreboard to this point, so it's clear they're trying to manufacture something by forcing the action. We'll see if it works out for them.
Bottom of the second here with no score. And here's a ball hit in the air. Eaton on the move, but this will land untouched. And this pitch misses here as well. Back-to-back walks now, but at least that'll put the force back in order here.
I'm sure the manager is fine with that. He tried to entice him with that 3-2 pitch, but he didn't take the bait. First base was open, though, so he just needs to make a good pitch for a ground ball.
Into the box, Alex Bregman, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. The 1-1 home is laid off for ball 2. Called strike 2 as he locks him up there. 1 man out. Fastball just missed above the zone.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
Here comes the payoff pitch. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
So 2 on with 2 away, and the former #1 overall pick in American League Rookie of the Year, Carlos Correa, bats next. The set and the 1-1, and he misses 2-1.
Well, he's been laboring a bit through these first 2 innings of work. That's 37 pitches, and ideally he'd be closer to 27 instead.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Has a play. And he brings it in on the warning track. A couple of walks, but no damage. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Stepping up to the plate, Kurt Suzuki hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Marisnik is under it, looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Gerardo Parra.
Leadoff man retired. Here's Gerardo Parra. Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for ball 2.
2-1.
3rd inning, no score to this point. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. And a full count now, 3-2. Hit out towards second. Altuve has it. Throw on to first, and Verlander's got it going here. 2 away.
Now not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Into the box now, Ryan Zimmerman 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
swing and a ground ball to third. On to the first baseman, Gurriel, and that will end the inning. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3, and we are tied 0-0. So stepping in, Robinson Chirinos. One and two, here it comes. Look out, that one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. The 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Standing in now, Martin Maldonado. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Eaton is under it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The left fielder, number 23, Michael Brantley.
Here's Michael Brantley, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Astros still have yet to tally their first hit in this one. Swung on and missed. That strike 2. Strasburg comes set. Here it is on 2-2. Skied into straightaway right. Eaton is under it. And that's the third out. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. 3 innings in the books. No score on MLB Network. Striding in now for the Nats, Michael Taylor comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on to get him in, but that hasn't been the case.
Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Here's Brian Dozier now. There's a fastball called for a strike on the inside corner. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss and another strikeout.
Stepping in now, Adam Eaton. Pitch is high. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt, Nettie. The ball isn't carrying well tonight, and we haven't seen any home runs, so sometimes you have to try for something else. Now, with seeing I single could be all it takes to push a run across.
The 2-1. Hit on the ground toward the left. Bregman has it. And there's out number 2.
Up next for the Nationals, the shortstop, Turner.
So 2 are gone now in the Nationals' 4th, and that'll bring up one of the fastest players in all the land, Turner. Payoff pitch on its way. High in the air down the right field line. Reddick has a read on it. In the corner, he pulls it down, and that'll be the end of the inning. Nationals leave 1. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Digging in to try it again, Yuli Gurriel. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Ground ball right side. Dozier fields it cleanly, and that's the first out. So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And as you can see there, both guys topping out at 96 miles an hour. Stepping in is Josh Reddick, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane of the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. There's a drive out toward the gap in left center. Reddick around the bag at first, heading for second now. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
Man, I don't think he could have bisected those fielders any better if he tried. Drove that one into the alley for a gapper that'll bring him easily into second base.
In now, Jose Altuve. Fastball in there, 3-2.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
Working for the punch out and the offering. In the air, down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Got him swinging in the dirt. Suzuki corrals it, but he's not going to have a play, and they'll allow him to reach first after the strikeout. So good awareness that time, as that'll go as a strikeout, but he's aboard on the drop third strike. Now at the plate, Jake Marisnick, and their runners at the corners now. No runs, just one hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Very high, 2-1.
Amazing he was able to lay off in this situation. Your eyes light up when you get something above the belt, especially with a man on third base.
All even now, 2-2. And it's fouled away. The 2-2. And he fouls this one off. Soft liner to the right side, and a base hit, and that's going to chase in the run from third. The Astros are off to a 1-0 lead, and he's safe.
Boy, not much you can do with that one from a pitching standpoint. Hero makes a pretty good pitch, and somehow, some way, this guy's able to muscle one in for a base hit. Yeah, and you know what? Good job by the hitter right there, not trying to do too much. I know he got jam sandwiched right there, but he was able to find some green grass and give himself a chance.
Into the box now, Alex Bregman. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2.
With one out and runners on the corners, some managers like to hit and run here. It's a little risky, but it can help you stay out of the double play if it's well executed.
He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Hard hit toward the hole. Kendricks got it. Up at the feet of the second baseman is a wild one. And the runner is in to score from third on what was not a good throw at all. And this will come in far too late. He's in there at third. So you can mark that one down as an E5, and I bet he'd like to have that one over. Here's Carlos Correa now. And he's got runners at the corners here with only one gun. Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. Not quite out of here. It's off the out-of-town scoreboard. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. So striding forward now, Robinson Chirinos. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
And he can't allow the same thing to happen in this situation. This is a big-time spot in this game. He's got to find a way to put the ball in play.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Squared that one up just a little late. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike three. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
The 3-1 fouled away. Three runs already home here. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 3-2 one more time. Popped him up. Zimmerman is there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error in the inning, and 2 men left stranded. We played 4 full. The Astros lead it 3-0. And we're back in Houston. Welcome back to Minute Maid Park as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Nationals manager Dave Martinez between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point they're putting together. He said the high pitch count they've run up is a result of a lot of great battles at the plate by his guys, and he's not wrong. So far, they've worked 5 full counts in their at-bats.
Thank you, Heidi. 2-1.
2-1.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Fouled off. Swing and a looper to left. Bregman into shallow left. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
Stepping up now, Howie Kendrick. 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the first inning of play. The 1-1 home is taken for a ball as that slider broke off the plate.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
The 2-1 is looked at for ball 3.
Time for him to attack on the mound. He knows this team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Just be on the attack and let them beat you.
Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center, and Kendrick has a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Yeah, Matt, back-to-back base knocks right off the bat here. As we take a look at the numbers, you see they aren't that bad, but he's definitely got into a no-out jam here. We'll see if he can get out of it.
Now at the plate, Kurt Suzuki. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Verlander starting to run up his pitch count. He's at 75 thus far. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. No runs on 6 hits. 1 error thus far for the Nationals. And even 2-2 count to the Nationals catcher. Here now the 2-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Right down Main Street, caught him looking.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
Now to the plate, Gerardo Parra. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Couldn't be a whole lot better situation to hit in now. 3-1, 2 on. He's got to be thinking he's going to get a pitch he can drive right here.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Ready for another shot now, Ryan Zimmerman. And guys, this is clearly one of the bigger at-bats of the ball game so far.
Yeah, Matt, bases loaded. They're looking to finally get that clutch hit that's kind of been elusive all day. They've had some hits, but they just haven't hit when it mattered.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Hit down the third baseline. Two balls and two strikes to count to Ryan Zimmerman. Heading out towards shallow right. Reddick coming on. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Up next for Washington, the center fielder, Michael A. Taylor.
So our situation has the bases loaded. 2 men out. And that means batting next will be the center fielder, Michael A. Taylor. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2 pitch. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
And the 29th pitch of the inning is swung on and missed, and that'll finally end it. 3 left for Washington. They trail in this one 3-0. Stepping in, Michael Brantley. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
Now the 2-1 pitch. This one's flared out toward left. Parra coming in. He's not going to get to it, so the leadoff guy's aboard with a base hit.
Beggars can't be choosers right there.
Number
We
6,
love those
number
long
10.
darts. Doesn't matter how they come. Jammed off the end of the bat, doesn't matter.
Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. A bare hand for 1. On to Zimmerman, and they get them both.
Boy, that's about as easy as it comes. A chopper, 2-hopper turns into a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play.
Digging in and looking for more, Josh Reddick. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
The 2-1 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Chasing after it is Taylor. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing there for Houston, but they lead it 3-0. Settling in now, Brian Dozier. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now one hit foul over to the right side as the count moves to 1-2. The 1-2 is a fastball taken high for a ball. The 2-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at bat going. And it's fouled away.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. Another 2-2 offering. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You could just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
Standing in now, Adam Eaton. And he fouls this one off. One out, nobody on. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Grounded down the third baseline. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one.
Yeah, he's got the outs when he's needed them and seems to be really comfortable pitching from the stretch. Hard to keep that up over several innings, though.
Turner.
Stepping in now, Trey Turner. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Now the 2-1 pitch is a fastball that misses. Waiting on deck is Drupal Cabrera. The 3-1 grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2. Eaton leads off first with one away. Line towards center field. Marisnick is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Now batting, designated hitter, Drupal Cabrera.
Standing in as Drupal Cabrera. He singled his last time up. The 1-1 is a fastball, then off the plate for a ball.
Hey.
2-2. Now Cabrera awaits the 2-2. Hard hit ball to second, and Cabrera's going to have himself a base hit.
Dan, if they're going to crack through, this has got to be the opportunity they've been looking for right here. They've had a ton of hits, a ton of people on base, but no one has been able to come up with that big knock.
Well, you know what, Dero, this pitch has kind of worked around trouble the entire time so far. Another inning brewing right here. Let's see if they can't get a big hit here right here and bust through in this one.
Into the box, Howie Kendrick. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, the Nationals could use a big hit right here. They really haven't been able to do much all game long. This would be a great time to get something going.
3-1 to Howie Kendrick.
Those are just 2 great takes right there. Those are pretty good pitches. Sliders down the way, both of them. Just off the plate. Couldn't get the batter to fish.
From the belt, the pitch. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
The catcher, number 28, Kurt
And now a crucial spot. Bases loaded. 2 men gone. And that'll bring in the catcher, Kurt Suzuki. 2 out, bases loaded. One and 2.
Great off-speed pitch right there. He was definitely sitting fastball, wanted to turn and burn. Everything went flying. This pitcher might be on the attack with that pitch all game long.
The 1-2 pitch. Into right field. That's a base hit. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
Let's see.
Dan, that had to be missed execution right there. 2 strikes on the batter. You throw a breaking ball, but you leave it up a little bit for him to be able to drive it into the out.
No doubt about it, D-Row. 2-strike breaking ball intended to be at the ankles or below, to even bounce it to get him to chase and swing. Too good of a pitch with a breaking ball with 2 strikes to this hitter.
Here comes the Astros skipper up out of the Houston dugout. And he's going to motion for the bullpen. That'll end the evening for Justin Verlander. So he'll depart, though you can't quite close the book on him yet. He's responsible for all 3 runners aboard. Josh James answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases loaded jam, but needs just 1 out to get out of it. Into the box now, Gerardo Parra. 2-2 pitch is fouled away. The 2-2 pitch. Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been, as they'll strand the bases loaded. This side is retired. So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 left. The 5, 6, and 7 slots due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Astros 3 and the Nats 1. So striding in, Jose Altuve, as he'll be the one leading things off for Houston in the 6th. The 1-1 takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
The count is 1-2.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
With how hard guys throw these days, 94 miles an hour is good, but not as impressive as it used to be. Professional hitters can catch up with that, so it's all about setting the fastball up with good off-speed stuff to make it look more effective. And that's exactly what he did right there.
Standing in now, Jake Marisnick on the ground to third. On to first, and Strasburg's in control here, 2 away.
Third baseman number 2, Alex Bregman.
At the plate, Alex Bregman. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Strasburg comes set. 1-2 on its way. And he pops him up. Drifting toward the left side of the infield. And Kendrick will make the play to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. But they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Back here at Minute Maid Park in Houston. Game 6 moves on to the 7th inning now, but before we start, let's call on our game summary to show you how we got here. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Ryan Zimmerman. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only one run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. James is a guy known for his lights out stuff. He tends to rack up strikeout numbers at a very high rate. However, he does at times get wild. Walks have come back to bite him on more than one occasion.
You know, it's not uncommon, Matty V, for a relief pitcher to come in with really good stuff. And it seems like he's either really hit and miss. He'll rack up a lot of strikeouts, but if he's not quite on, he'll also rack up a lot of base on balls. And that can cause a pitching coach and a manager to really start to pull their hair out.
Hey, leading off an inning in this situation, 3 balls on you. You have to know that a solo shot's not tying this game up. You have to find a way to get on base any way possible.
Brantley is under it. 1 away.
The center fielder, number 3, Michael A. Taylor.
Standing in, Michael Taylor. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, sometimes it just comes down to pure execution. Let's see if he makes the adjustment right here.
We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
In now, Brian Dozier. Fouled away. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
2 out, nobody on. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
Now the payoff pitch home. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. The next 3-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They still trail it here 3-1. Daniel Hudson gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Daniel Hudson.
Ready for another chance? Carlos Correa. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. And the pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Hara is in his tracks now, and he puts it away for the first out.
Up next for the Astros, the designated hitter, Robinson Chirinos.
Digging in, Robinson Chirinos. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. Here's the 1-2 delivery.
Nope.
And he
Up
lays
there.
off it to even the count 2-2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
Yeah, it was a great battle there, and he was one strike
Now
away
batting,
from putting him
catcher,
away. As a pitcher, you hate to put a guy on for free
Maldonado.
after all that work.
Into the box, Martin Maldonado. Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Really good late bite on that
fielder,
slider
number
right there.
23.
The best ones have that
Michael
late action that just darts
Bradley.
at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Stepping in now, Michael Brantley.
I got 2-1 the count.
Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2-2 the count.
The 2-2. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
This guy just feasts on mistakes up in the zone, and that's exactly what he gets right here. A belt-high pitch, he drives into the alley. Great chance now with 2 runners in scoring position.
Ready now, Yuli Gurriel. And it appears they're going to give him the intentional walk here, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone.
And this is the right move here. With first
Up
base
next for the
open,
Astros,
take the bat out of
the
this
right
guy's
fielder,
hands every single time.
Ready.
Tanner
Your attention,
Rainey
please.
answers the call to
Now
pitch
pitching
here in a
for
big
Washington.
spot. He inherits a
Number
bases-loaded
21,
jam, but needs
Tanner
just 1 out to get out of it. Josh Reddick will be the first one to greet him, and he'll bat in a big spot here. Bases loaded and 2 out in the inning. Chirinos on third. Brantley over at second. Gurriel at first. 2 out in the inning. Ready with the 1-2. Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. Astros leave him loaded, and it's still 3-1. Will Harris has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. In now is Adam Eaton. So far 2 for 3 in this one.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Brantley is under it. One down.
The batter.
Astros on top in front of the home crowd here at Minute Maid
Play.
Park as you get a look at the line score to this point here in the 8th inning. Ready once again, Trey Turner, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now the 2-1. Hit hard to short. Correa scoops it up. Throw beats him by a half a step. He almost beat that out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Asdrubal Cabrera.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. One and one. Here it is. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. 8th inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. Started to go around, but it's a called third strike anyway, and that will retire the side. Nationals gone in order, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Into the box now, Jose Altuve. No hits to this point. Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for strike 2. Rainey,
1 ball,
a native of
2 strikes.
Louisiana, the Bayou State. This is his 2nd year as a major leaguer. Ready to deliver the 1-2.
2 balls,
And
2
that one
strikes.
misses badly. It's ball 2. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. The 2-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 2-2 one more time. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his
The center
3rd tonight,
fielder,
and it
number
seems we're
6.
seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a
Chris
real
Smith.
change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Into the box now, Jake Marisnick.
Count is 2-1.
High and wide. 2 balls and a strike.
No, that's
Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Alex Bregman waits on deck. Ready with the 3-1. High in the air and deep to left center field. Ranging back to the track, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall. Marisnick takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And he's safe at the plate as they extend their lead to 3.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside to Parker.
Smith.
Looked like he was carrying a piano around his back when he rounded third, but he made it. Somebody get him an oxygen mask.
Standing in now, Alex Bregman.
D-Rod.
And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. The 1-2 is a
That's a
ball
ball.
high and inside.
I got the count.
Wow, it
2
just
and 2.
doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
Now an off-speed
got
pitch
3 and
well
2.
inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger.
That was a changeup, so there really wasn't any intent behind it. Looked to me like it just slipped out of his hand a little bit. That'll happen sometimes because of the grip of that straight changeup.
The 3-2 pitch. Count remains full.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
And
Ball
here's
four,
a
pitch is
slider that
down.
misses below the knees. It's ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is
The batter,
exactly what
number
we saw
1.
right there.
Shortstop,
Pitchers work around them and
Carlos.
nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he
Ladies and
just
gentlemen,
couldn't get him to
your
chase enough
attention,
out of the
please.
zone.
Fernando
Now
Rodney
pitching for
enters
tonight,
to make an appearance on the mound
number
as he inherits
56.
a runner at first with
Fernando
1 out in the inning.
Rodney.
Carlos Correa will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away. Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. Bregman, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's a fair ball as it'll head for the 326 sign in right. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Boy, there's a long drive bullet off the
Now
wall right
batting,
there, but the
the
outfielder
designated
does a
hitter,
really good job,
Robinson.
D-Roll, of getting that one
Gene
quickly and
Reno.
getting it back in to keep him at first for a long single.
Yeah, and also nice job by the base runner not there. Not putting his head down, being over-aggressive and getting thrown out at second base. He saw the play happening in front of him and put the brakes on and got back for a base hit.
Yeah, D-Roll, I think he would have been toast if he tried to stretch that one into a double.
Now the 2-1 will not
I
catch
got
the
3-1.
zone. Ball
balls,
3.
1 strike.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
The 3-1 pitch.
D-Rod.
Swung on and missed. A full count now.
He came out of his shoes on that one, boys. I know he swung and missed it. We 10 catches it a grain low. We got action.
And he
Nope,
takes
that's
ball
down, ball
4. So a good job out of the 9-hole and getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
These guys on
Now
defense are
batting,
still
catcher,
within striking distance,
Muncy.
but after that walk, one swing of the bat could
Maldonado.
really blow this thing wide open.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Martin Maldonado. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. The 2-1. Popped him up. Turner over to his left. And he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
Wow, talk about frustrating.
for the Astros.
Not what you want to
The
do
left
with the
fielder,
bases loaded.
Michael
A simple pop-up,
Brantley.
and nothing productive comes out of that.
Into the box, Michael Brantley.
Can't
Doesn't
miss
offer
ball.
at the circle change there, and it goes full 3-2.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
Bases are loaded here, 2 down. High and deep to straightaway right. Gone! It's a grand slam. touch 'em all on the grand slam. His first homer so far in the series, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
Wow, I can't imagine what he's feeling right now. To hit a home run in the World
Your
Series is
attention,
special. To hit a
Now
grand
pitching
slam in
for
a
the
World
Nationals.
Series, I don't think there's too
Number
many people
48.
that can say that.
Javi Guerra enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. In now, Yuli Gurriel.
That's the ball.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he
Nope,
misses
that's ball
ball
four.
4.
Take the base.
So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Man, the pitcher's
Now
wondering
batting,
how
right
he didn't
fielder.
get that call.
Got.
Busted him inside on a 3-1
Got
count.
it.
The ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire when you fall behind in a count like that, though.
So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Josh Reddick. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Hit back up the middle. Turner has it, and an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. So this once slim lead is slim no longer as 5 runs come across to score to help build a substantial advantage. Game 6 is on to the 9th inning now. It's the Astros 8 and the Nats 1. In now, Howie Kendrick. It was a walk in his last trip. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Kendrick is retired, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, catcher, Kurt Suzuki.
Digging in, Kurt Suzuki singled home a run in his last time up. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
That's ball 2.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high. 3-2. Skied down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And he misses ball 4.
Now batting, the left fielder, Gerardo Parra.
Striding into the box, Gerardo Parra. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in this at-bat.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. After it is Brantley. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ryan Zimmerman.
So next will be the 4-hole for the Nationals. Ryan Zimmerman struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. The 3-1 pitch. And this will be a called strike 2. And trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Hit in the air down the right field line. Reddick has a read on it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game. It's all over, and you see the reactions there to the final out. And down on the field, we'll get a chance to watch the presentation of the Commissioner's Trophy to the new world champs.